One normal week is what I ask for as a Chelsea fan. 1 week where, listen, we're getting told we're in the title race. We're winning games. Even when we're under the cosh, we're winning the games. We're getting our flowers. Jackson's they're doing, yo, is he one of the best strikers in the league? Henry's even saying, yo, this guy has the potential to be the real deal. Like, it's one of them ones there. Do you get it? Like, we're finally at a point where we're getting our flowers as a fan base, as a club. Like Chelsea, the Chelsea we know is back to what it is. Stamford Bridge is rocking. What where we need to be, and then boom, brief. Misha Mudryk has been caught with an illegal substance in his system. Obviously, you take a glance on the person, like what Mudryk looks like today. Trim is low trim, the hair's gone. Like he gives school shooter vibe. So when I see illegal substance found, I'm thinking, oh, bit of cocaine. Like he's gone through a lot. Big £100 million signing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he hasn't performed to what everyone expected him to. He's come from a war torn country. I heard he was unsettled. They moved his family in over that. Probably out of just a moment of just a lot of pressure, he's done some coke. Like that's how I didn't think it was PEDs initially. Like then it's come out. Oh yeah, PEDs. And I like you just think steroids like so with a situation like that, I'm like, oh fuck. Then the I don't know the name of the substance. Listen, I ain't got a lab coat on. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. So it begins with an M. He got caught with an extant substance. Let's just call it melamala. He got caught with the melamala in the system, and it's actually a drug which has been banned since 2016. It's a drug that only Russians and Ukrainians is an Eastern European. Like I've looked up the people that have been caught with it. It's really like Eastern European, Ukrainian judo, tennis. Like yeah, and we know how the 2018 Olympics went, and with the Russians, it was just a bit sketchy, banned from Olympic. Like we know what goes on in the USSR, like the Karl Drogo thing over there. So I'm looking at that. I said Karl Drogo. I'm looking at all of this stuff, yeah, and I'm thinking like, probably did that shit. But I was like, let me not be too hasty. Like, I've got so many different takes on it. Firstly, everyone like, do I think he's guilty? I saw he released a statement. I think with these type of situations, find me a player who's actually been caught doping and just come clean. Yeah, I was doping that. Yeah, they always have the I didn't know how it got in my system. I must have been spiked, whatever. I've done my research on the drug. It can be actually consumed via pills or injections. So, but it is actually relatively untraceable. It's actually one of the most untraceable PEDs. That's like it's been a thing, but there's actually a thing about it. I've read an article on it. So for it to actually come up in your system, allegedly, I'm not like I said, I'm not wearing a lab coat here, so I couldn't tell you. If that is found in your system, it means you are abusing it or you're injecting it. If it is the latter, then you can't have not known that was getting put in your system. If it's you are abusing it, then we need to question how you can take performance enhancing drugs without the performance being enhanced. Because I look at this situation here and I'm actually like, bro, like, right, at what sense did I feel like you had an advantage over other players? You're already the fastest player on the pitch. You don't know how to use that. So maybe these physical performance enhancing like attributes that got given to you didn't change anything. Like, do you get it? Like how you taking PEDs and you're still a bum? So I looked at that. That's what part of me. That's why I'm like, maybe he didn't know because like, you get me. If you have some steroids in you, you're gonna start doing some steroid shit. Me personally, like if I was doing steroids, I'm going to the gym. I'm benching up a mad thing. I'm out here. I'm drawing every guys out. Let's go for a race. I'll bet you $2. I can beat you in a race. I'm doing stuff like that. Just flexing my abilities, doing stuff that I just wouldn't do normally. Like, let me see if I can outpace the boss. Like, you know what I mean? So he must have not known he was under this influence because I've seen, yeah, fair enough, these Conference League performances, you've been decent, but I just thought it's Conference League, it's your ability. Like, I'd expect that. You cost us 66 million, not to include the add-ons that could come. So I'm like, there's nothing that's catching my eye, and it's not like you're the top goal scorer in the Conference League. That if he was really, he knew was he had been abusing these drugs, I'd expect at least you're the best player of the tournament. You're doing things we ain't seen before. Rainbow flicks, you're slapping it from outside the box, left foot, right foot, headers. Like you're the Nkunku numbers that we're seeing in the Conference League. I would have expected that from you. So this is, do you get what I'm saying? I can't use that and say, okay, his Conference League performances is a sign that you're doing PEDs. Obviously, he came on against Forest. He made a mad run and perfectly timed cross as well. Weight of pass perfect with his weaker foot, running 100 miles per hour. I'm like, you know what? Maybe that was unlike you because I was at the stadium then, and when you got the ball and you start running like that, I was like, whoa, what the fuck? He put the ball in the wall. Like, who is this guy? So there has been some sort of improvements there. So if you, but not to the point where you're doing drugs, I'd like to think. So if he actually had that in his system and he was doing it, a part of me likes to believe he didn't know. Because as well as that, he's Chelsea. So I'm not really fond of Mudryk. I think with this just sums up that he is hands down the worst signing in Chelsea history. We can all agree on that. You know, like 62 million to add-ons, which can cost 100 million, and you've brought us this. You know, you're at risk of a 4-year suspension. Like, I don't think of anything you've done to contribute your fee. I think your biggest contribution at the club was your equaliser against Newcastle in the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. We didn't even win the tournament, and you literally left your man unmarked in the final, and they conceded a header. We conceded a header. So I'm looking at this, and I'm like, you actually ain't done nothing for the club in general. You're gonna get your contract voided if that's actually the case, because you breached your contract with this. And all in all, you're the worst signing we've ever had, all things considered. However, the moment that you are Chelsea, you've joined the brotherhood, a family. So I would actually, as much as I'm a troll, I'm gonna make my jokes, and I am gonna call out the fact that you are a worst signing. That's me stepping in the fire and distracting everyone for what it really is. If me saying that, if I'm being honest, because I'm gonna defend you. You're Chelsea. I've got your back, and I like to think I want the rest of our fan base to get our back. And the only thing that's really pissing me off, Mudryk, if I did find out that you have done this, is the fact that now the values and the integrity of our club, our great footballing institution, I may add, is now under question. Because now we're hearing the rumours that Enzo might be had the same trainer as you, and Enzo might be on it too. Because I can't lie, I saw him running against Brentford, and I was, can't lie, my man's mad quick. I was literally saying to my old man, he's got mad quick. Like, look at him, how light he is on his feet. That's questionable. I didn't even know he had this trainer until yesterday. Then I'm looking at, oh, okay, you actually have been a bit quicker and sharper. I would like to think you just actually just locked in and on your flaws. Because if it comes out that you've done this too, it's dark. But I don't think that's the case, considering they said you couldn't obtain this in the UK, and it probably happened in international duty. Excuse me. If that is the case, then obviously Enzo's on the clear, and that means that it's not really a club problem. However, the accusations are already flying from the rivals. Oh, Enzo's on the staff. Oh, yeah, these man are way more physical. Oh, less injuries. This explains everything, you know. And it's just another reason for the people to discredit us. Just when we're getting our flowers, just when we're getting all this good press, we just get this stain above our club. And now, no matter what successes we get with this crop of players, it's, oh yeah, you guys dope. Oh, you guys are doping. Oh, your PEDs. Like, that's what it's now become, and it's sad. It's sad. So that's, if you've actually done that, that's disgusting now, because we're back here. The only positive and silver lining, I would say, though, I've got two silver linings. Now we can actually finally, they've done our job for us in terms of getting rid of him, because we knew that was something that we needed to do in the summer. It was difficult to find suitors in the first place, but we're here now. So that's something that we need to address, that we finally have addressed, I should say. And secondly, the title talks conversations, like with the mainstream media, as a fan base, as fans, we could say, yeah, we're in the title race. Let's talk about the title, this and that. It's fun. We're fans. We want the title. But when it's become now the media, mainstream media conversation, Sky Sports, all of these platforms asking the players all 24/7, manager 24/7, oh yeah, yeah, title race, title race, title race. We don't want that energy. There's a reason why the manager's deliberate, even though I know from confirmed sources at the club that these lot won the title from day one. Maresca claimed and said, I came here an English champion. I'm going to come back here for preseason again as an English champion. So I know they want to win the title. But there's a reason why he's putting the pressure away from the players and saying, no, we're not in the title race. No, if you conceding goals like this, you're not in the title race. Do you know what I'm saying? He don't want that conversation there. So now, with this scandal, everyone forgets all of that and it's, oh, what's going on with Mudryk? Oh, your players are cheating. Oh, this. I'd rather it be that and we can just focus on what we need to do. We've got a big game against Goodison Park this weekend. 3 points can have us top of the table temporarily, unless Spurs do a job. But what are we gonna rely on Spurs? That's a mad thing. That's like me fucking telling you now. Like I could even give you an analogy off the top of my head. I can't be asked. But like, bro, like relying on Spurs is mental. So I'm just here like, bro. That's the silver lining. Mudryk, I'm gonna support you and defend you. You're innocent until proven guilty. But if you are guilty, I'm gonna crash you to the full extent. Genuinely. I still maintain the point that you are the worst signing in Chelsea history. Nevertheless, you're one of us. Unfortunately, like you're our bastard son. So we're gonna be here in your defense. Up the Chelsea every single time. Grip.